Taurus, welcome to your Halloween tarot reading. I actually don't sound that bad right now. I've had bronchitis for the last few days. My nose is stopped up. I'm having trouble breathing. It's just been, one of those weekends. But we're pulling through. My voice is probably the only spooky thing about this reading, so bear with me. Whew. Short of breath. Well, I do have a spooky dream to kind of tell you about before we get started. My favorite person in the world, my aunt, passed away, I want to say 3 years ago now. And I've been asking her to come to me in a dream because sometimes she does, and I love seeing her in a dream. Most of the time she looks a lot younger in the dream. Last night she showed up and I was so excited to hear her voice. And when I looked at her, she was really, really tall, like unusually tall, like almost unhumanly tall. And she was wearing like a turquoise blue, but she had a towel like over her face, so I couldn't see her face. So that was a little odd. It was a little strange. So that was kind of weird. I had watched Markiplier yesterday, so maybe my brain was thinking about the game he had just played, No, I Am Not Human. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I hope he finishes it because he kind of left it at a cliffhanger. All right, let's get into your reading, Taurus. You're like, I don't care about your dreams. I'm just here for my Halloween reading. Okay, let's do it. Here we go. And all these decks are listed in the playlist descriptions. So Taurus, what do we have? Ooh, Underworld. Scorpio got this because this is like their card. The Underworld, where all things pause and begin again. Except transition, transformation. This feels like a death card energy, you know. Indeed, it's that moment before something happens. That pause before you come into being something new is what I'm feeling here. All right, let's get your, whoa, we had an extra card in there. Joy, rejoicing in the present. We're going to keep it. We got some sunlight here that's going to help bring something to the surface. Do I have any other cards mixed up in there? Well, that was meant to be, because that's what helps. Makes things new. This one just came out, so let's see what we got. Wow, I haven't seen this one. That is beautiful. Crown of the Butterfly Bambini. What a great Bambini. I've heard that name before. Kind of before my time, but we'll look it up. All right, I need to get my glasses on because I can't see the right thing. Okay, oops, we have one fly. Oh, look at that, the little seahorse is so cute. I haven't seen this one either, Finding Love. Well, joy and love goes together. Taurus, you're not gonna believe this, but these are all connected. The underground, I said transformation, felt like Scorpio energy, death, but also judgment. Look, this is that rebirth, this finding love. It's perfect. All right, this is about soulmate energy. This is Two of Cups all over the place, right? If your conscious connection is awaiting you, oh man, this card doesn't always represent instant chemistry in an intimate relationship. It could also represent a nourishing platonic bond based on honesty and mutual appreciation. As this card also means finding your true soulmate, be on the lookout, as serendipity can bring an inevitable shift in the air that can form a spark in your love life. Nice. I mean, this is just beautiful energy that's coming around you. A stable and fulfilling connection built on trust and respect can make you fascinated with your other half, but moreover, it helps you reconnect with your true self. This is just a loving friendship, you might already be in it. And that's good too. So I already picked up on the energy here. But that's what this card is saying right here. Crown of the Butterfly, Bambini. What a beautiful card too. Never pulled this one before. So just as nature imbues the butterfly with an innate ability for radical transformation, so too do you have natural instincts within guiding you to grow in dramatic, utterly life-changing ways. So transformation is an ability, an art, and a sacred power. It requires an ability to go through the death of the old self and to be reborn again. That's like that joy. It makes me think of the Judgment card, because those people are shedding their old lives, they're going into their new life, and they're happy. So there's this pause before there's this big transformation, just like a cocoon or a chrysalis. Wow. So are you willing to let go of what you have known? This is about shedding your old life. Wow. Who you have been without judging it, except to understand that you are outgrowing your past and becoming your future in this very moment. This takes great courage, whilst flexibility of mind allows you to believe there are other possibilities in this life beyond, I can speak, what you have already experienced. The strength gives you enough courage to bear the loss of the known and the terror of the unknown, perhaps even turning that terror into excitement for what may be. Now, it feels like some Sagittarius temperance energy, because there is this weird thing within our bodies to want to stay with the familiar, even if it's uncomfortable. To have your old cycles and way of thinking try to hold on because it's familiar and comfortable in a way, even though it's uncomfortable. Even if you want to grow, you've got to go through this transformation. If you want to, you don't have to, So this oracle, let's start over again. This oracle brings you confirmation that this shall not be a failed initiation for you, but a true rebirth. This is the one. This is the one. You have what it takes. You can make this crazy, improbable leap into a completely new consciousness. Wow. You are meant to do this. Oh my God, what is wrong with my tongue? You are meant to do so. It might seem ridiculous, just like the improbable miracle of the caterpillar becoming a butterfly, but it is part of your destiny. This radical change of what you dream, of which you feel swept up in without knowing what it is that is pulling you forward, is meant to be. Believe in your own stability and ability to transform. Trust in what is happening. Don't dream small dreams, for you are capable of far more dramatic and colorful creations. You have within you the ability to become a creature so wildly beautiful and free that you probably cannot even envision what that will look like or feel like at this time. All you can do is trust in the magnificence of what you are becoming, the expression of the transformational intelligence and power within you. Woo-wee. That was a mouthful. I tripped over my tongue a few times. I need coffee. It's been a rough week. I feel like I'm going through a transformation with this illness. Oh, okay, deep breath. Try not to cough my lungs up. All right, Taurus, if we can make it through this reading. There is a major transformation happening here. This is about, it's not just about wanting to be this new version of yourself, because wanting something kind of portrays that you don't have it already. It's just being it. Just be that energy. Connect with it. Focus on it. Be it. Queen of Swords. The Hierophant. Ace of Cups. All right, let's see here. Look at that, finding love. How serendipitous is that? All right, let's keep going and see what's crossing these energies. You have Libra, Taurus. There you are, Taurus. Hello. I didn't point that out straight away. That's my brain. All right, we have Five of Pentacles. Ah, Ace of Swords. Look at that. And the Eight of Cups. Yeah. So we have two swords here. And I feel like these swords are saying it's time to release the past. And this is about a change, right? And this Hierophant, I feel like, is reflective, not necessarily of anything bad, but it's traditions, it's patterns, traditions. I feel like it's maybe the old way of thinking, right? Because it does represent that hierarchy, or, well, I can't get away from traditions. It's the old self, right? That's the old self. The Queen of Swords is your new truth. And we think about the major arcana of the Queen of Swords. We have the Empress as one of them. I hardly ever touch on that because Libra is Venus, Taurus is Venus. Okay, so that's like a sister to you, right? The Empress in Justice and the Queen of Swords. So you have the power and the strength and courage to cut out things that are weaknesses. Really, this is all about focusing on your strengths here. That's the main message of the Five of Pentacles. This is not saying that you are depressed or, experiencing loss or anything like that. The main message here is for you to focus on what's positive and to cut out anything that isn't. That's what this is saying. Anything that might be holding you back, making you feel like you are less, it's time to shed those experiences. That's what I feel like this message is saying. And I feel like you're doing it too. That's what's happening here. There is a truth that you know here, Taurus. You're showing up here as your higher self. Because the Hierophant is that connection with your higher self. Your higher self knows the truth. There is victory here when you choose this Ace of Cups. When you let the old go away. There is a big indication here of letting go of the past, cutting it out, severing it. Not really, just not thinking about it anymore. Focusing on the future. And what makes you happy. You have blessings here. You are blessed right now. That's what this feels like for me. Blessings, victory, transformation. But we have to let go of the old. You have new right before you. As you walk away from these things that don't fulfill you anymore, that aren't for you anymore, that you've outgrown, it's just not the resonance of what you want. You're going towards a much happier place of joy. So look, those two cards are very similar. You're going towards that soulmate, that finding love energy when you're leaving the past behind. You really have to turn your back on it and just release it. And being focused on the future. That's what I'm feeling here. But to be in resonance with that Ace of Cups, you've got to let the other things go. Otherwise, you stay in that frequency. And that Ace of Swords is like a divine antenna. It's helping you find your truth so that you can get to that alignment of frequency with that Ace of Cups, which is what we are, light and love and joy. And it's present moment too. We have Pisces, the moon. And there's that pause, that period of darkness, the unknown. Chariot, Cancer energy, Knight of Cups. Nice. Look at that. Finding love right there. More Pisces. You got Pisces, Pisces. Victory here again, right here with this transformation. Page of Pentacles. I feel like this is a treat. This reading is, Taurus. I don't know why it seems like a lot of these readings people are going towards their happiness and this leaving their past behind. It's great. Queen of Swords again. Boom, boom, boom. I wonder what's going to show up here. There's a Fool. Aquarius energy. I mean, wow. Wow. This is that dark period, you know. You might feel alone here in this, but you're facing your fears here because this is that unknown. This is that the pause where all things kind of have to start over and begin again. And what's helping you go through it is excitement. Remember, it said change that fear and nervousness into excitement. Pages are excited. Think about when you're starting your life new, when you're 18, 19 years old and you have the whole world and opportunity in your hands. You can do anything. That's the feeling this is saying to resonate with. Excitement. Excitement of the unknown, not fear. That's what this is right here. Of the seeds you can plant, the things you can harvest. Be excited about this unknown that you're stepping into. Be brave. That's what we have here with the Chariot. I love it. This is victory. Right under this, right here. This transformation is victory. The Queen of Swords is clarity, knowing your truth, and standing firm. If anybody was to get in your way here, or any of those old thought patterns, you are ready to cut it out immediately and get right back on track. Get right back on track. If something tries to derail you, see that storm, you're just going to keep going. So this feels like a very positive forward momentum that I'm seeing here. No matter what gets in your way, you're going to, swat it out. Very much a mental thing to keep clarity. But this is that passage through the dark, through the unknown, before you get all the way into that new you. And so you need this kind of Queen of Swords by your side because she's very strong. She's not entirely emotional about it either. She knows what she has to do here. And look at that. Look at that butterfly right there. This transformation is meant for you, Taurus. And somewhere along your journey, this looks like a knight in shining armor. And it could be you, it could be them. Soulmate energy. Someone you can have a lot of fun with. This could be you just falling head over heels for someone, or them you, or both. This could also represent you on this path of just, this could be you fully accepting this new life, this new energy, just going all in with that full energy, because the Fool doesn't retain anything negative. Zero. This feels like you've gone through like a cleansing fire, spiritual fire, that has burnt away anything residual that was there. This is brand new. brand new energy. So I'm feeling this in many ways. This is you on your journey, your heart's desire. This is possibly, like I said, another person, soulmate, or, could be romantic. Either way, it doesn't matter. This could be you, could be them. This could be you and them. However it resonates, but it's there, it's showing up. It's confirming that that's part of this journey, and it's joy. I love the Fool. The Fool is ready for a new adventure. Because the past is done, it's behind you. You're so much stronger for it as well. Nine of Wands. Oh, yeah. Saggy energy. Six of Pentacles, Taurus. There you are again in the same row. Judgment. Wow. Because that's so interesting. It's coming up over here. Boom. Fantastic, Taurus. This is amazing. This reading's blowing my mind here. The World. Look at that. We have 9 of Pentacles. Holy smokes. And we have the 8. Oh, look at that. Yep. Move this down just a little bit for you. Voila. You've been through a lot. You weathered the storm. The Wounded Warrior. If we look at it from this path, you look it straight in the face here with this, and you make it through that darkness. You make it through. And I think the Nine of Wands is a very wise card. It's Sagittarius. It is moon energy. It's the cycles that we go through. But you're very wise. You know how to make it through. Very strong. Very optimistic about the future and about what the future holds. This soldier here is ready for the next chapter of their life. I think this soldier here is ready to put down their weapons and not have to fight so hard for anything anymore. That's what it feels like. I think they're done fighting for things and doing things maybe the hard way. I think this is confirming the full energy that you are completing a cycle very triumphantly, very bravely with that Nine of Wands. And what you're doing is you're coming into, oh, Taurus is so beautiful. You're coming into your own value. Because that's what your sign is about. Material value, property, self-worth, luxury, Venus energy, right? We got it right here. Again, this is the cycles, we go through being giving and receiving energies throughout our life. We'll continue to do that. It's never, you want to be open to giving and receiving like that Knight of Cups, especially with the universe. But this is you finally realized how valuable you are and that you deserve little luxuries. You deserve to have financial abundance. You deserve it. Finally there. Finally in this energy that this is what you're going towards. This is that rebirth. Not this Five of Pentacles. These two. The energy was always there. You just had to vibrate into it. There's our Judgment card. It showed up at the very end. But this is all about your prosperity here, Taurus. If you ever felt in that Five of Pentacles in any way, All of this has always been there waiting for you, just weren't on the right vibrational frequency to see it. It's always been there. It's never not been there. You just had to believe you were this person right here with self-worth and you deserve it. And you have to be in this energy of this. That's the transformation right there, that you are worth it, that you deserve it. And we start our journey here, having to cut out that mindset of that Five of Pentacles. And through this journey here of transformation, of finally letting go, you wake up to it. Eight of Pentacles, a path to mastery, which is part of that Hierophant's path too. You're getting there. You're in it. This is saying that you are on the right frequency here when you make it to this point, whether you're in it now or not. This is working on something that you genuinely, truly care about. It could be a heart's desire, but it will make you very well off, very, very prosperous here. We have all these pentacles, and you do deserve it. Once you resonate with that energy of this person who puts in this type of work and knows their true value, you will have the Nine of Pentacles and then eventually the 10. That's inevitable here. I love this reading. We have fairy magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goals. Look, wait a minute. I thought it was upside down. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Oh my God, look at that. Bat spirit, a rebirth is assured. We have it right here. Right here. And I love bats. I'm glad that this is a positive message. Sorry, I had to hit the cough button. This is wonderful. A positive bat message. Usually it's something like someone's gossiping or whatever. I love bats. They are so beneficial. Such a cutie. I love a flying fox. There's your rebirth. It's right there. It's confirmation. Oh, so one with self. Two of Cups. We didn't get it. It's right there. But that is about becoming you. And then we have the blossoming. You're becoming something brand new here, Taurus. Something you were always meant to be. Always meant to be. Blossoming. Wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. That's before this transformation. Problems to be resolved. And then there we have 4-leaf clover. Great good fortune. This is what you're going towards right here. Because that's the new vibration that you are taking on here. Taurus, this is absolutely one of the best readings I think I've ever seen. I love this. This really is the law of attraction at work. It's not about just writing down affirmations. You have to believe you are already that person and resonate with that. How does that person feel? How do you think that person, that version of you would feel if they had all of this right now? So it's your mind, right here, your thoughts connected with that heart chakra of the feeling of the emotion. You connect these two together. Have your thoughts meet with your heart chakra here in your chest and feel it. Because feeling is the vibration you need here. Feeling abundant, feeling love. And that is your key. That's how you do it. All right, Taurus, let me know if this resonated with you. Hit the like button, please. Share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.